Hello, I'm Harry, part of Midnight Launch Studios, a UK-based indie game dev that was founded a couple of years ago. This is our first main project, The Only Certainty. It was on show at the Norwich Game Expo in October last year. We got some brilliant feedback at that expo, and since then we've kind of just tinkered around with it, but we've been focusing on other things in the run up to Christmas, and now we're in the new year. We're looking back and seeing what we can do with it from now and try and get it released this year, or at least the first episode of it this year. So let's just jump straight right in. Alright. The Only Certainty is a space-based exploration game. A lot of the graphics you see on show here are final, and also some of them are placeholder as well. Things like the UI. And also, it's also very much a work in progress. This asteroid bug here that makes it look like they're doing something rude is not intended. It's a bug we haven't been able to iron out since the expo. Alright, let's just have a look around. The main concept of this game is you don't have any means of defense. So you fly around and you have to try and find your way to the next system without running out of fuel or health, structural integrity. Doing things like, say, crashing into debris knocks a chunk off, crashing into asteroids knocks a chunk off, etc, etc. Your main method of interacting with the world is via scanning. And when you scan stuff, Midnight, your onboard AI, chirps in with various things he's figured out from whatever the hell it is you've scanned. It's a story-driven game, but there will be enemies, not just environmental hazards like asteroids and stuff. For example, let me just fly her down here and around. Yes, there are some drones who picked up my signature and are coming after me. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! All right. The trick is to outmaneuver them. These drones, at the moment, you've got to try and outmaneuver or lure into environmental hazards like these frankly beautiful electrical storms or other asteroids and stuff. Oh, yeah, nebula, fair enough. And my fuel is about to actually run out, which is not good. I'm going to have to go and find something to scan really quickly. Oh, actually, I have a fuel rod. Yeah, if you run out of power, you can use a fuel rod to refill your power gauge. Fuel rods can be gained, at the moment they'll be gained by scanning. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Refill the ship's power at the cost of a fuel rod. I'm just going to quickly scan this. Midnight. Yeah, thanks for that, mate. Midnight will relay. Oh god, drones. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Yeah. Boom. As you can tell, it's a work in progress. It's very much very early stages. We don't have any sound effects, and there's not much feedback to the game. The art style is pretty much final. The soundtrack you're hearing now by Mark Osworth is fantastic. The art by Brian Shepherd, a guy who lives in America, who we've been working with for a year or two now. It was the main thing that earned The Only Certainty so much positive feedback at the expo in October, was this art direction, and we're inclined to agree. Oh, these guys have to get out of my way. As you can see, there's not much in terms of feedback. Like, I'll hit things and asteroids and enemies will either just blow up soundlessly or fly straight through me. We're going to change that. There needs to be a lot more force to these impacts. Ah, here's a space station. At the moment they're not fully implemented, but these are the things you'll have to scan and will trigger like semi-boss battles. I use boss battle in the loosest possible phrase. They'll just, while you're scanning them, spawn lots of enemies at you. Alright, debris fields. This big debris field on the left, they act like walls. We've taken to calling them soft walls because you can fly through them at a cost to your power and health. So if you want to get to somewhere and explore it desperately, you can fly to it. Oh, these guys are annoying the crap out of me. Boom, dead. At the moment, we also have a little feature. Spend a fuel rod to jump to safety. we have a feature in that we don't want to give players a means of defense. We like giving them last resort options. And that random jump is a feature that we're currently prototyping. If you want to spend a fuel rod and to jump to another random part of the system in an attempt to get out of danger, you can. However, it's going to be more than likely that you're going to jump into even more danger. Oh god, get out of my way. These scanners trigger lots of little drones, which actually aren't flying at me. Where are they? Oh, there they go. There they go. Oh, come on, get out of my way. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot to do. We've got a lot more work to do in terms of getting this game feeling right. The movement I'm pretty happy with. That took a while to code. And the way the enemies detect you, those bigger drones, I'm quite happy with that. Also, one of the other bits of feedback we got from the expo was that we give the players an only means of interaction with the world, this scanner. They'll try to scan everything. We didn't think that was going to happen. We didn't really pay much attention to that, because we knew what we had to scan. Like, these objects here are what you get information from. But players just starting with the game and having to fly around tried to scan everything. Asteroids, the drones that were attacking them, these debris fields, everything really. And so that's something we're working on, and that's going to probably take quite a bit of time, and it's going to be a little bit more tedious than we were anticipating. Alright. Also, work needs to be done on those drones, because I think their detection radius is just a bit too big. Like, they detect you from off-screen, which is not what I want to happen. However, they are fun to avoid. Boom. Straight into an electrical storm. So yeah, this is the only certainty as it stands at the moment. This is still... Oh god, leave me alone. A lot of you just... just fly into electrical storms, please. Alright, that's a swarm of drones. Still not entirely sure on the direction those enemies are going to take. Their AI is pretty just move back and forward over a set area. Oh god, leave me alone. Oh god, leave me alone. Oh god, I really... Oh, boom. But yeah, that's it as it stands at the moment. And if I just quit the main menu. Oh, yeah, there's also bugs with regards to pressing enter and stuff. What I'll do is I'll minimise that. We're making it in Game Maker, which has its own little scripting language, which we've got to grips with over the past year or so from having no coding background at all. And the things we've managed to code in it are pretty fun. It's been an absolute arse at times, but certain other things, like, if I can find it now, where are we? The Smasher drone. This guy. Yeah, we're trying to code it so that everything can interact with everything else in a sort of Splunky-like way, like everything has physics and a feel to it. And we're just trying to get it feeling right. So, let me have a look. I'm just looking through some of the code here. This is the code for the drone, those big drones that just killed me a second ago. This is all the detection code, which a lot of it I've actually commented out. But in fact, it's not as complex as you think. What is actually complex is this detection script it calls to figure stuff out, which is in my little plugin script section here. Detection script, where are you? Where the hell are you? Damage player script, grace period script, movement script, load and save, detection, there we are. This was a beautiful set of formulas that I got a lot of help in making from people on Twitter and my brother, who came up with this beautifully simple script that allows you to input a drone's detection radius, the distance between the drone and the object that it's detecting, and the rate at which it detects a player, I think its perception value. It took me 2 weeks of testing and tweaking to get this actually working. And this bit of code here, in this script, powers the detection, which I will just run through again quickly. Because we want this to be a survival game, and and wholly based around avoiding combat and trying not to die horribly. We kind of want Monaco-like stealth to be a factor. Like, you don't want to get spotted by these guys, which is why I'm going to have to tweak their detection range a little bit. But these guys just down here, look, I've strayed into their detection range, they've spotted me, they're coming after me, they're alerted, as you can tell by the exclamation marks. But if they lose sight of me for any period of time, like if I go out of their detection range, their level of detection starts to drop. Like, that guy is searching for me actively. The other guys have just flown off. They will eventually return to their original place, which took me a long time to code as well. If you can lure them away, you can then fly through that zone unhindered, but they will come back to it, as you can see here. These two guys have just come straight back. And they fly off. Now, at the moment, we're getting it so that the drones are smaller than you, so therefore they're faster. But because they're faster, they can't turn as quick. Whereas you are pretty agile. You're not as quick, but you can turn a lot quicker, which means you can sort of jinx out of the way of oncoming threats a little bit. Obviously, that gets a bit hectic, as you'll be able to see in a moment, when I start triggering the I think they're swarmers. Yeah, the smaller drones you can see shooting in and out of the screen and blowing up on everything at the moment. Organised chaos, and I think this is where the game will come into its own. If we make the movement a bit more responsive and the collisions a bit more, well, they give them a bit more of a oomph to them. But yeah, that's the only certainty as it is now, and this is the first video I'm going to do of it, and hopefully there will be more in the future. So yeah, let me know what you think, and follow us on Twitter, and visit our website, and just have a chat with us, really. We're open to chatting with anyone. So yeah, thanks for watching.